Okay, so if you've spent any time observing street life in Japan, maybe you've seen this specific thing. It's quite unique. A cyclist, often moving pretty fast, and they've got this vintage Tamiya radio-controlled car in their front basket.
Yeah, like a grasshopper, maybe a mighty frog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting there totally open, almost like it's on display, not packed away or anything.
Right. And that image, it kind of immediately sparks a question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are we just seeing someone figuring out the easiest way to get their hobby car home in a crowded city? Pure practicality because the bike's the main way to get around.
Or is it something else?
Or is it like a deliberate choice, a mobile showcase, maybe even a subtle kind of cultural performance, something really tied into Japanese identity? That's kind of what we want to dig into today, this mix of Tamiya's status, nostalgia, and just, well, the reality of city geography.
To even start unpacking that, I think we have to get our heads around what Tamiya means in Japan. These models, they're not really seen just as toys over there. They're almost cultural artifacts.
Mm-hmm. That twin star logo means something. Precision, quality. It goes back to the founder, Shinsaku Tamiya, and this standard he set.
And the lengths they went to for that standard are just...
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you can share that story.
Oh, yeah, the Porsche story. It's pretty wild, actually. It really shows their commitment.
Yeah.
So back when they were developing the 112 scale model of the 1976 Porsche 934,
Okay.
instead of just using blueprints or photos, they went out and bought a real full-size Porsche 911.
Wait, hang on. A real car?
A real drivable Porsche 911. And then they had their engineers take it apart, completely disassemble it piece by piece.
No way. Just to make the model accurate. That sounds commercially insane. How do you even justify that cost?
Well, see, that's the thing. It wasn't just about that one model. It's about building a reputation. It established them as absolutely obsessive about detail.
Ah, okay.
It cemented the idea that Tamiya models weren't just kits. They were miniature engineering projects.
Yeah.
Like industrial art you could hold. That commitment, it elevates the whole thing.
Right, beyond just a simple hobby kit. And that feeds straight into this huge wave of nostalgia, doesn't it? Especially for the models we often see in those bike baskets.
Exactly. The Mighty Frog, the Hornet, the Lunchbox.
Yeah.
A lot of those iconic ones come from the 1980s. There was this massive buggy boom.
Yeah, I remember reading about that. Didn't they have a TV show?
They did. The Tamiya RC Car Grand Prix. Lots of kids grew up watching that, building the cars, racing them, became this shared cultural touchstone for a generation.
So Tamiya knows people have these strong memories.
Oh, absolutely. And they're smart about it. They strategically re-released these classic kits, often using the original box art, targeting those same kids who are now adults, probably with a bit more spending money.
Buying back a piece of their childhood.
Pretty much. It's a way to reconnect with that time and maybe even share with their own kids now. Like it makes the model car a vehicle for memory,
Okay, so you've got this object that's packed with national pride, craftsmanship, personal nostalgia. But then how do you actually move it around? This seems to be where things really diverge culturally.
Totally. If you think about RC hobbyists here, or maybe in Europe, how do they transport their cars?
Well, usually in special bags, right? Padded cases, sometimes hard shell ones. You want to protect it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All about utilitarian protection. You wrap it up, put it carefully in a hauler bag, maybe a hard case, and it's treated like fragile cargo. Usually tucked away safely in the trunk of a car, hidden.
Out of sight. But in Japan, especially in big cities, space is tight, and lots of people rely on bikes for everyday transport.
Right. The bicycle isn't just for leisure. It's often the main way to get around, run errands, commute.
So that logistical constraint needing to use a bike means the journey for that RC car is automatically public. It has to be visible.
And that visibility, born from necessity, is the structural key. That's what allows the cultural expression to happen. The front basket isn't hidden like a car trunk. It's right there.
It turns the object from just equipment being moved into something more.
Precisely. It allows it to become a display, a subtle, intentional display.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, trying to decode what that display means. It's not loud, it's not flashy.
Which is important, right? In a culture that often values social harmony and avoiding disruption, it's a quiet kind of performance, an act of identity.
So the bike itself kind of becomes a personal stage?
Sort of, yeah. A personal canvas, maybe. By putting that pristine, vintage, often 1980s era model right there in the basket, openly, it's sending a signal.
Like an if you know, you know thing.
Exactly that. It communicates things without shouting. It says, I'm part of this culture. I appreciate this specific history and craftsmanship. I might be from that generation that grew up with these. It connects the owner to the brand's canon, you could say.
It's like mobile curation.
That's a great way to put it. Mobile curation. A little moving exhibition of design history and personal nostalgia just gliding through the city.
So wrapping this up then, seeing that vintage Tamiya in a bike basket, it really is a uniquely Japanese phenomenon when you consider the meaning behind it.
Yeah, it seems to be. It's this perfect storm, really. Tamiya's status as a beloved national brand, that powerful 80s nostalgia, and the simple fact that bikes are so visible and essential for transport there.
The practicality enables the performance.
Couldn't have said it better. And it does leave you with a thought, doesn't it,
Mm-hmm.
for you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Think about the practical things you carry around in your daily life. Maybe tools for your job, an instrument, sports gear, whatever it is.
Okay.
How might just changing the way you transport that simple, necessary object, making it more visible perhaps, turn that mundane act into something more? Could it become a subtle statement about who you are, what you value, or what groups you belong to? Just something to mull over.